So I don't. Sometimes I gotta catch myself. Like, before. Yeah. What? Put them in a Dutch and roll them up. We put them in a trust like Royal Dutch. Tesla coil clutch on a Tesla truck. Matte back finish like oil slush. Cheerio guts like royal flush. We get the royals crush and superiors touch. If ever my blood in the soil touch. God we trust. Go to Ross, no rust. Squads are rushing prematurely bust like Minutemen of Massachusetts. Bastards of the party, we blasting music. The hood of justice, amassing nooses. Mansa Musa just passing through this. 40 karat gold, massa mooses. Black train at Auschwitz, we on Alaska boosters. The block is still sturdy, the Glock is still dirty. They shot it for 30 like Brock Purdy. They popping the perky, yeah, top 30. Million Lincolns just to free the slaves. The ships are sinking and it's still free to wave. Either way. Going to December. 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 Richfield. The new member of Bricks, agenda was flipped. FIFA Vendetta, all of my vendors is rich. See more script in the blender is mixed. More of the story, remember your gifts. FIFA Vendetta, blood came through in the blood moon, dismember the Crips. Members extending the whip, extended the clip, dismember the blick. Remember the Titan, Coach Boone said to remember the sips. The Scorpion King, blood moons on November the 5th. FIFA Vendetta, know y'all remember the flick. Know y'all remember the flick. Suburbans are swerving. Q45, Infinity roam through my entity zone. These niggas taking in they buns like Kimberly Jones. Waving these guns at our enemies' dome. Max out my bid, now they sending me home. Glass on my wrist packed with plenty of stones. They jacking my fist, and plenty of clones who pretend to be friends of me, frenemies. In parentheses, who tend to be convincing me the energy is chemistry. Whatever's meant to be is meant to be. Reality presents to me instantly the entities. For your instancy, for your sensory perception. They got a history of deception. Couple centuries under repressions. I'm the diamond deformed under all that compression. I'm Paul in the Western, the one in the Eastern is running the key firm. I got strong genes, they a weak germ, they need CERN. I open portals when I release sperm. We was taught to venerate the feds cause they generate the bread. Dark man, X my whole generation dead. We tapped in the quantum realms. That's what the simulation says. They disseminating imitation meds. Placebo effect, they disseminating imitation reds. I was on the road to the riches. Right off the interstate we sped. You niggas haven't been in date with feds. And Smith and Walensky. Like we're ciphering Agent Smith B. They sold us out for steak and chips. And a trip in the Bentley. And to be assed out like pasa pasa. And you're making chips is dripping in Fenty. Yeah, these slutty vegans, they be on impossible. Faking, bitch, you niggas faking shit. Y'all was never really plugged in, y'all on some Quaker shit. Woke niggas, y'all was never really on the waking shit. Ain't no shook hands in Brooklyn, I ain't shaking shit. Brace a bitch, my braces got chips from both for glacier drips. Run my VVS's through the Jamaica glitch. Men lie, women lie, this ain't in its nature, bitch. Yeah, they banned us from TV, same year that y'all niggas heard nature spit. Iced out anchors from out of Anchorage. Yeah, it is what it is, that's that Cameron and Mason shit. Yeah, man shooting, Panthers in the Carolines, like with Cam Newton. A cancer to this paradigm, we all in, undisputed. I'm one of the ones that the ones recruited. Like Steven and Shannon, we heaving these hammers. Bella and the Bulldogs, we squeezing these cannons. 100 shooters like Mark Jackson and the Mark Buchanan. At first take, we leaving you stranded. On second thought, we leaving you bandaged. Yes. Peace, family. Peace to you and yours. Peace to you and yours. Welcome to Third Eye Thursdays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar, aka Rich Phil. Soon to be joined by a special guest. All right. So with everything, let's go ahead. Peace. How are we doing on the audio? How are we doing on the audio? Best eyes in the building. We doing great. Yeah, let's cook. We got Brooklyn in the building all day. You know what I'm talking about?
Shout out to BK in the building. We got Brooklyn in the building. You dig? Uh-huh. Lenape in the building. You feel me? Shout out to my Instagram family and my YouTube family. You dig? Was goody. Gemini season, you already know. Shout out to all of my Geminis. Shout out to all of my Tauruses and whatnot. You feel me? Yes, indeed. We are in for a powerful show tonight. The name of this show is Are We Witnessing the Death of Deaf Culture? Are we witnessing the death of deaf culture? That's a question that I asked, and we're going to get to the answers. You know what I'm saying? We are going to qualify if we are seeing the ending or the fall of deaf culture. You smell me? So let's see who else is in the building. Give me 1 minute. Let me change this background. Dr. Bang. We got the U.S. Virgin Islands in here. We got Richmond in here. We got Norfolk in here. We got Cali in this building. You know what I'm talking about? Up in this thing. We got Cleveland checking in. You know what I'm talking about? We got DMV up in here. Shout out to DMV. Yeah. Or my family on the IG. We are doing the roll call. You might not be familiar with the roll call, but yeah, we want to know where you tapping in from. Cleveland, Ohio. We got NC in the building. Charlotte, Detroit. Shout out to everybody pulling up. You dig? Cleveland, Buffalo, Rough Buff, South Carolina. We got Seminole in the building, Alexandria. Yeah, so it's always peaceful. It's always love when the family is yeah. When we all tapped in, when the grid is alive. You know what I'm talking about? I don't, forget the analytics. This is the real analytics. I don't gotta go to the back page and read where y'all tapping in from. We're gonna find out right here in real time. You dig? So that the grids are connected, the mounds are activated. You know what I'm talking about? The electromagnetic field is charged, and we outside. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, freaky ass nigga. I'm gonna put his ass. Hawaii in the building, San Bernardino, California. Okay. While we wait, I'm gonna play a quick commercial. We have the replay. This been going viral all week and whatnot. We have the replay for the last class that we did. This shit is going viral. People love this class. Let me give y'all a quick commercial, and then we're gonna be right back, and we're gonna get into this show. You dig? With power and money, right? And these artists are usually poor, coming from the hood and the ghetto. They don't have anything. So, like Meek Mill got around Mike Rubin and started bunny hopping and doing weird shit and whatnot. The same way Little Baby got around money and whatnot, and he started acting fugazi and funny style and whatnot. Let them people water him down and whatnot. That's the same way that happened when Puff got around Clive. The same way that Whitney she got around Clive, Jay-Z and them when they got around Harvey. You feel me? The Clintons when they got around, well, they've been evil, but other people when they got around Jeff Epstein. All of these people is wicked, bro. Wicked, and they come from the same Tribington. You dig? It's not no coincidence. You need to wake the fuck up, stop playing yourself and aligning yourself with these people, or you gonna be a op. It ain't no more, we gotta get you out of that. No, nigga, stay right there. You get headshots. You talking about you gonna get done dirtier than they get dirty. How about that? They gonna. Yeah, that's just a little preview. That's just a little preview as we move through the night. I will present different clips because there was a lot that was said in class number 3, and I'm very, very enthusiastic about the upcoming class this Sunday, where we are going to conclude our 4-week dissertation, our 4-week lecture series, right, on the American gods, the gods at war, what we were able to manage to do I was able to create a classic, right? And I was able to create content. So I was able to create wealth that will last me. This is an asset. You know what I mean? I was able to crystallize whatever was going on in the month of May, right? Inside of hip hop that would be talked about, we was able to qualify it in real time. So we will continue to move on and teach on other things. But I just want to say thank you to all of my KTLians and all of the students who made this possible, who showed up every week and whatnot, and was there and was contributing to what it is that was being offered. Y'all were learning. Y'all were sending me different links after the show. Like I always tell people, this information is organic and it ages gracefully, right? That's how you could differentiate, or you could determine the information that you've been receiving from some of your teachers and some of these scholars. You got to make sure the information ages, like fine wine. And yeah, it's just it's giving what it's supposed to give. So yeah, that part. Um, Shout out to everybody supporting the album 48 Pillars Power. You know what I mean? You're getting a lot of support on the website, and I appreciate that. Uh this right here, certified classic. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people is talking about it's making it, you know what I mean? It's doing what it's supposed to do. This strong and will be in Atlanta at our good brother Life Waves block party. I'm gonna bring the information on that in a minute. And we'll have the album, we'll have the stream and whatnot playing. We'll have it playing on the Bluetooth, and we'll be in the building. You dig? So yeah. Let me see. Yeah. That last class was definitely the shit. And this next one, this class number 4, I'm gonna make this thing right here a super classic, because it's gonna be loaded. It might just not be me. I'm gonna bring some extra people on, and yeah, we're gonna go in. And tonight's conversation is a precursor to Sunday's class, actually. So everybody is in for a treat, because we're gonna have a bill about deaf culture, right? And when I say deaf culture, I want to qualify what I mean by that, because there may be some people who are here and don't have any idea about deaf culture. So, when we talk about deaf culture, well, the best way to describe deaf culture is what hip hop or what rap turned into after Nas said hip hop is dead, right? I'm not going to say that before Nas said hip hop is dead, deaf culture didn't exist, right? Because it did. However, when he said hip hop is dead, that had set precedents, right? That set precedents in the quote unquote industry, and it kind of shifted things in a bit, because we were beginning to get introduced to the underworld. After Nas said hip hop is dead, we slowly, not immediately, not like the Thriller video, not like the Thriller video. They didn't pop out. Just the zombies didn't pop out right away, but gradually, as time progressed, we were introduced to underworld figures. I would say not underground, not backpack, underworld, right? People who encompassed dark energy, chaos magic, and they were affiliated with gangs usually. They talked about the perils of life, and then fast forward, we got into a whole genre where it was about actually killing people, and you were not believed, and you were not worshipped, or you were not followed, or your Twitter, and then it became your Instagram and your Snap and whatnot. The more followers, the more people you are known to have killed will result in more popularity
in this culture. So when it got to that point, it becomes death culture. And then we begin to see the the rise in what they would call junkie rap, right? So when we were coming up, we had junkies, people were on PCP, Angel Dust, the Wu-Tang Clan raps about it. A lot of people who lived in quote unquote New York City, the OGs, people who may be older than me, and other people in my demographics in my generation, they was dust heads, right? A lot of people were not known for smoking crack, although those who decided that they wanted to participate and partake in the Crackington, those are the individuals who were known as the fallen giants, right? 8 times out of 10, they fell on their face. 9 times out of 10, they did not prosper. They did not beat their competition to the victory line, right? They began to stumble in the race. And for all y'all to watch the whole Snowfall series, they became Franklins, right? So that was early in the deaf culture. As you go deeper down the tunnel of Set, as you descend further into the caverns, right, of this deaf culture, yes, as you participate in the fall, as you descend lower into the sunken place, as you go further down a tree, as you get deeper into Malkuth, as you go deeper into the abyss, as you fall lower on the rungs, because keep in mind, there are multiple rungs. It's not just one hell. There's multiple rungs, right? So as you make that descent, that downward that spiraling tin, right? As you take that downward spiraling tin, okay, you begin to see artists who are lit because they are junkies, because they are addicted. Not only are they addicted, they are having overdoses. Not only they're having overdoses, they're making the soundtracks to overdoses that have kicked off what they will call a whole epidemic of opioid related deaths. So that's the death culture. It wasn't like that to that degree when prior to Nas saying hip hop is dead, right? So everybody brags and boasts about the mostly the youth and whatnot, and people my age who want to be like the youth. But let me stop running my mouth because my special guest has arrived, and it's like having one chef in the kitchen. But imagine if they made the purple tape with just Raekwon by himself, and and Ghostface was just chilling in the lobby the whole time. Nah, we gotta bring both chefs in the kitchen. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna open up the floor for my guest of this evening, who is here to come and cook with me. Our brother, I'm talking about, none other than CRUMB TV. The master student in the building.
Peace and love, Almighty. How are you?
All is well.
Gratitude. I give you high honors and perfect praise. I'm grateful that you're having me. It means everything.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? As a fellow Scorpion, you know what I'm talking about? We're about we do good with collaborations. Just say that, right? We do good with when it's time to catch when it's time to drill something, when it's time to get it in. As Scorpions, we always work better together. So, there's a mission that I'm on right now, and that mission is a mission that I've seen you on, right? And it is to continue burning this flame of truth, right, against what we identified as falsehood, what we may identify as Babylon. I mean, there's so many ways that we could call it, but if anybody's familiar with your work, if anybody's familiar with my work, then you know that we're having a very, very, very good time sitting back and watching the world or the spoon bend to our will, right? And we're watching, yeah, and we're watching the script that we wrote out. You know what I'm talking about? We're watching the quote unquote story that we laid out take place, because I promise you this, and I'm gonna let you talk in a minute. This narrative, you know, when they say narrative controls everything, when they say that it's all about the narrative, and when they say that man is mind and everything is mental, so it's about controlling the narrative, which means that you can't be controlled by somebody's ideas and concepts. You have to be the one who is in control of the ideas and concepts. So when I look around, there's no narrative this Trump in the law 44. That's a fact. Since Blue Pill put out that law of 44 as a narrative, because it's not just a number, it's not about just 44. It has a narrative attached to it. It's multi-layered and it's multi-leveled, and it implicates multiple quote unquote figures or multiple stars or multiple constellations, right? When there are thousands of them, but he manages to call a certain amount, and these names have featured prominently in the unraveling or the lifting of the veil or through the great divine speaking through signs. How is it these people that Blue and me, of course, because we started this conversation before the Blueprint 322, but we really ramped it up in 2009 at the Blueprint 322 lecture when we laid out our whole thesis about what's going on, and we said hip hop runs the world, right? And we witnessed the other day that hip hop runs the world. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So yes, free Palestine, by the way. Free Palestine, man. All right, go ahead.
Yes. Could I share screen, please?
Oh, of course. You want me to? Okay, boom. Let me throw it right there.
So, yeah, I'm a
Okay,
Scorpio.
real quick, we got an echo, so
Please.
somebody's might have a computer on. Might be you.
Give me just a second. Let me just close out all these other windows.
Yo, who saw Chef G at the Trump rally? Crazy. Crazy. Shout out to Lizzie in the building. I see you. Chef G at a Donald Trump rally is crazy. But that is on perfect timing, because are we witnessing the death of deaf culture, or are we witnessing the rise of deaf culture? That's the question we have to ask ourselves. You dig?
Okay, brother, how is this?
Oh, say somebody said they hear echo from Red.
No, I
You
think
good?
no, I think it was me.
Okay. Yeah, you good now.
Yeah, I'm almost
So
sure it was
let's
me.
share the screen. Okay.
Okay, so it's no secret. Red is a Scorpion King along with Blue. I would say I'm a Scorpion Prince. No question about that. And I was building with Red because I felt like no one else would understand outside of the twin pillars about the whole thing about November. And I'm not even trying to attack scorpions because it's a beautiful thing, but it's a dark thing as well. So short story long, here we go. AI overview. November is sometimes called the month of sacrifice because
Yes.
early Saxons would sacrifice animals in this month to prepare for winter. I was talking to Red and Rich Phil, and I said, is November the month of death? And I thought he was going to snap at me. And he was like, nah, that's what it is.
Yeah, of course. I'm like, yeah, I thought you knew that. Nah, not to say, but yeah, it's definitely that month. And
So
it definitely has delivered. And we're going to see this in a minute and with the slide.
in tarot, the death card in tarot is associated with the fixed water sign of Scorpio and its ruling planet, Pluto. The death card can represent a person's death and the evolution of a Scorpio parallels the changes in the death card, in the death tarot card. This death, in terms of Pluto, is also a transformation, family. So don't get spooky and think this is something bad. The death of old ways, the birth of a new way, the death of using pencils and paper, the birth of using desktops and keyboards, blah blah blah. You get it. And I'm just making a case and a point of how November is the month of death for anybody who may not have gotten the memo. So here we go. In Greek mythology, the scorpion that represents Scorpio is related to the legend of Orion from Orion's belt being stung to death by the scorpion. This is said to be why Orion sets his Scorpius rises. This is said to be why Orion sets as Scorpius rises in the sky. As Orion goes down, the sign of Scorpio goes up. Let me just, okay, there we go. All right, next slide. And I just got two more, three more, four more, and then we'll just go into the really juicy stuff. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, the planet that governs both destruction and transformation. So when we say death, everybody want to build, but you have to destroy in order to build. You can't just keep building new buildings. Something got to get torn down in order for something to be built up. Build and destroy are both equal and opposite.
Facts, the cycle.
It's a cycle. So don't think death is death is bad. Hold on. Death ain't all bad. It's not even like, something that you should fear. Death is a good thing. It's a part of the cycle. I digress. November was the transition month, a sort of purgatory. It was the cold, damp breath between the dying and death, between fall and the dead of winter. Couple more. November, Deadless, month of the holy souls. Let us offer a daily communitarian mass during November for your departed beloved ones. In the month of November, you need to be in the cemetery, not doing nothing evil, just simply cleaning off the headstones, lighting candles so that your loved ones can find their way back as they transition from the physical to the spiritual.
Coco.
Thank you. Last but not least, before I make my go into the thing between Red and I, was what Red was speaking about earlier. Remember, as we go into this stuff, keep in mind that November, if you don't subscribe to the idea of death, no problem. But at the very least, you do, because of pop culture, subscribe to November as the month of harvest. So this may mean you're harvesting more than just food. It may be, spirit harvesting, spirit cooking. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts. The harvesting of the souls.
Come on.
The harvesting of the soul.
So what I was going to do, if it was okay with you, is just play a news clip.
Yeah, you good.
So here's the screenshot. It says Dallas rapper gunned down on I-35 East near Dallas Zoo. Here's the news clip. I'm gonna hit this clip, but the audio's not gonna play right here. So I'm gonna just kind of copy and paste this into a new window. Oh, no. I can just take this window off and then share it another way. All right, so just give me 2 seconds. Boom, present, share, Chrome. Rapper mode.
Make
Okay,
sure
here
y'all
we go.
share the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, do what you got to do. All right.
Whenever you're ready, brother.
Now you good? Oh,
Yes, sir.
open up that window.
Please and thank you.
A Dallas rapper was murdered outside of his car on I-35
Can you
near
hear
the
that?
Dallas Zoo. Hello, I'm Steve Eager.
I'm Heather Hayes.
Three.
It is a stark
Rise of
example
Power
of the
Move.
city's struggle to control violent crime. Police say the victim, a hip-hop musician named Mo3, was approached by the killer on I-35. Both men stopped their vehicles. The victim got out, took off, started running, but was shot several times on the highway. A bystander inside another vehicle was also hit. Police say that person did not suffer life-threatening injuries. Police are still looking for the shooter.
So yeah, that was Mo 3, and that was in November.
Yes.
So you may not think too much of that, and if you don't,
One by one,
oh,
the seven
sorry,
investigators
sorry,
have revealed.
Sorry, that was a faux pas. And so one guy, no big deal, right? But actually, here is another one. This is rapper Boosie shot in Dallas near Big T. Let me just type that in. I'll talk it in. Rapper Boosie shot in Dallas near Big T.
Well, tonight we have confirmed that rapper Boosie was shot in Dallas. That word coming from Mo3's manager, Brandon Rainwater, but he didn't give us any more details. Police say someone called 911 and reported the shooting at Big T Bazaar earlier this afternoon. But when officers arrived, they didn't find anything. They did say someone later turned up at a nearby hospital with a gunshot wound. However, they don't know if it's related. TMZ is reporting that the Louisiana rapper was in fact shot in the leg and is being treated at a hospital. Boosie was among the hundreds of family and friends who attended last night's candlelight vigil for Dallas rapper Mo3. Mo3 was driving on I-35 around noon Wednesday when police say a man jumped out of a separate car with a gun. The 28-year-old got out and ran, but was shot on the freeway and later died. So far, there has been no arrest in Mo3's murder, and police do not have any suspects. Well, tonight.
So Mo 3 gets shot, and Boosie come back behind him, and this is all in November.
And he's born on my birthday, November 14th.
I'm
Yep.
November 15th.
You the 15th.
Yes, sir.
AA is the 13th.
Wow.
KT's KT's the 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah.
ODB's the 15th.
ODB. Yeah.
Yes.
So put in King Von.
Yes, absolutely.
We could just go bar for bar right now and show the November list.
Yes, the whole November list. Let me see, can I find the particular one I got for him? Which one is King Von? It's so many. Okay, here we go. It says rapper King Von shot, kill outside of Atlanta hookah.
Speak it into the
Rapper King Von killed outside of Atlanta hookah. Let me skip ad.
A rapper who is among those who were shot and killed in a gun battle in downtown Atlanta, with 3 others dead and injured as well.
Atlanta police say the video posted on Instagram appears to show what happened. You can see people scattering last night as shots were fired after the fight outside of the business went out into the street. Responding officers returning fire while trying to intervene in that fight. 11 Live's Natasha Gibbons has the latest.
Well, this is an active crime scene with 2 parking lots partially roped off, and GBI investigators still here on scene. This shooting made national headlines.
You got the date on that? I believe that's November the 6th.
Yes, sir. November the 6th, 2020.
Yes, I remember that day exactly. I was supposed to meet Vaughn. They said Benny got hit in Houston 2 days later in 2020. Put Benny Houston shot 2020. Just speak it into the mic.
Okay.
And yes, we have to always
Benny
put on
Houston
record.
shot 2020. Benny Houston shot 2020.
Not Whitney Houston.
Right, they tripping.
Put Benny the Butcher.
Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, Benny the Butcher. We just got to get the date on that.
Behind on.
Nah, not the Drink Champs. The actual report.
Let me go to news. Viral hip hop news. Benny the Butcher.
A rapper shot during a robbery attempt outside a Houston Walmart. 5 men in ski masks surrounded Benny the Butcher and 2 others demanding their jewelry. Then one of the robbers shot him in the leg. Benny the Butcher is part of the hip-hop group Griselda.
That was November 16th, 2020.
Put Dolph killed in Memphis.
Yeah, I got that one in the clutch. Let me pull it up right now. Let me close this up. Where
y'all keeping count of these Novembers?
Yeah, it's a lot of them.
Everybody. And it's the end of the Jason months. So it's not how you start the race, it's how you finish it. So there's a conjuring taking place inside of hip hop. So by the end of the ritual, by the end of the conjuring, all of these things are coming to fruition. Remember, the Jason months is about a conjuring. It's not your month to be Jason. It's the people who own the record industry, who run this thing. They are utilizing a lot of different energy, you know, and of course, as above, so below, you know, that's the cosmos making things happen. But yeah, let's continue.
Important clues in solving a mystery in Memphis. Who shot and killed young Dolph in his own hometown? This grainy photo released by police shows a person in gray pants and a dark hoodie with gun in hand, apparently firing. Also released a photo of a white car that may be linked to the case. Police have not said where the pictures were taken, but all around Makita's Cookies, where Dolph was shot down, are businesses with security video cameras.
Surveillance video would be important to show exactly what happened here, and one camera should have caught it all. This one right above the door here at Makita's Cookies.
Pictures will hopefully cause someone to step up and identify who is responsible for gunning down the young rap star. Just 24 hours after his killing, the crowd is still gathering outside Makita's Cookies. People who just want to be near the place Dolph took his last breath. Austin Short parked his truck next door and blasted young Dolph's music for all to hear.
And I'm gonna spend all day out here to support him, play his music all day, and whoever comes up and wants to enjoy it with me can. And you know, we're just gonna live for him today.
DeAnthony Moore brought his young son to see where it all happened. He worries about the future for Memphis's young people.
Worried about maybe moving the area we decide to live in, stuff like that. Just Memphis as a whole.
The latest example of senseless crime in Memphis has many aspects.
Making easy money, pimping hoes in the South.
Say that again.
Making easy money, pimping hoes in the South.
Okay, that's the home of prostitution then.
Yeah, the capital.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
When will it stop? Memphis Mayor Jim Strickland says the city is doing all it can.
Our problem, our challenge is state law is weak. We have weak state laws that allow easy and widespread access to guns, while at the same time not punishing the wrongful use of those guns.
But for those who knew young Dolph, the man still disbelief that he is gone. Tiffany Daly says she met him when he was a teen and helped push his music. Today, she brought 60 red roses to put at the spot he died.
I just wanted to be alive for him because he deserved all the love. He gave out a lot of love around here, and to take him away is just a pain. It's a real pain.
Can you put Takeoff in there?
Yep.
And I don't want to play the whole videos because,
No problem. Well, news videos, you don't get any whatever on them. But
Okay.
yes, sir, they're free. And that's the only reason I play the news ones because that's I think free whatever.
Free use
But-
of the use
yeah.
of, you know how they be tripping.
Yeah.
I don't care at the end of the day, man.
Well, I want to respect the platform. When we're on, Patreon, we talk like we are on Patreon. But nonetheless, Migos rapper Takeoff shot and killed in Houston. All right, let me get that in there. Migos rapper shot and killed in Houston. I tell you, they kill me with these ads, unless they mine.
From the popular Migos has been shot and killed in Houston. Amanda Salas joins us now with the very latest on that.
That's
Amanda.
right. Tony, such a horrible way to wake up after Halloween last night. Just a few minutes ago, reps for the group Migos confirmed that the rapper known as Takeoff has died following this morning's shooting in Houston.
Don't let that bro in, cause she too messy. Who the them bro boys with? Get out my section. Get out my section.
The rapper's real name is Kirsnick Kari Ball. He's the youngest of the Atlanta-based trio, which first came together in 2008. TMZ says a second member of the group, Quavo, Ball's uncle, was also present during the shooting, but was not hurt. Houston police say that the shooting happened during a private party at a bowling alley. As for what led up to the gunfire, TMZ is reporting that Takeoff was playing dice and a fight broke out. No word on a suspect. Police say they do have security cameras in the bowling alley complex.
Can you put in Soldier Slim?
Mm-hmm. I already got him ready.
Okay, yeah, pull it up.
Let's see what I got here. 17 years after the death of. Okay, let's see. 17 years after the death of Soldier Slim.
After his death. On November 20th, family is continuing to celebrate their loved one this Thanksgiving, nearly 2 decades after his death. On November 26, 2003, James Tapp, also known as Soulja Slim, was shot and killed right here in New Orleans. In a story you'll see only on WDSU, our Shay O'Connor talked to his family about his legacy.
It's 2 times that I hate, and that's his birthday and this time of the year. I do good all the rest of the days, but this is kind of hard to deal with.
I'm screaming, holler and let it go. I'm going through a thing, you might see me in the metro.
17 years later, and the mom and sister of James Tapp, also known as Soulja Slim, say it still feels like yesterday when they found out the well-known rapper had been shot and killed in Gentilly. Now for them, Thanksgiving has become a time to remember the legacy he leaves behind.
It seems like every year it just gets better. More people learn about him, more people know about him. And to really be kin to somebody who carries on a legacy and it just gets bigger each year, it's a blessing.
They usually spend the day celebrating the life of the New Orleans rapper with family and friends. This year, amid the COVID-19 pandemic, Thanksgiving is different.
We have a big family, and we can't go be with them like we used to being with them. So, yeah, that make it more tougher for us, especially for me.
Soulja Slim, a rapper known for his gritty.
What else you got? Let's run through it so we could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, let's see what we got here. 1994 Quad Studios shooting. Because remember, When Boosie got shot, that was in November. They tried to kill Boosie, but they didn't kill him.
Right, they didn't get him. Yeah,
This is the same thing with Tupac.
the Pac, right at the quad.
Reputations are earned.
And I see the family in the comments. Close but no cigar family. Y'all gonna have to come a little bit better. I got all of them because there's still a couple of them. I said no one has named off, but here we go.
Legendary rapper Tupac Shakur would have turned 52 years old today. His unsolved murder and bitter rivalry with the notorious B.I.G. came to define an era of hip-hop. That beef started after a shooting right here in New York City. I've uncovered footage from that time many people haven't seen in decades. It's December 1st, 1994.
Came out the hospital. King Simon is in that
The
clip.
rare, raw footage of Tupac Shakur in a wheel.
The rapper?
King Simon, the teacher.
Oh.
Yeah, he was security. He's in that clip. Yeah, fact.
Tupac Shakur in a wheelchair the morning after he was shot in Manhattan. Despite 5 bullet wounds, the iconic rapper is on his way to court to hear the verdict in his sexual assault case. A series of events that would change his life and in turn rap history forever. I wanted to know more, so I searched deep into the Fox 5 archives from our reporting at the time.
They'll have no fury like a woman scorned.
We found this impromptu press conference.
Why am I the only one in court right now? Why is the cameras all on me?
Not long after his arrest on the charges.
Yes, I am going to say that I'm a thug. That's because I came from the gutter and I'm still here. I'm not saying I'm a thug because I want to rob you and rape people and things. I'm a businessman.
And outside the court as the trial was underway.
I want straight up not guilty.
And finally, the night he was shot in the lobby of Quad Studios on November 30th, 1994.
November 30th, 1994. I see nobody mentioned that Pac was shot in November.
Right. That is in Sagittarius, though.
Oh, November 30th. Okay. Right. Now that's not Scorpio, but yes, this is definitely
the shadow
still,
of it.
Right. Who else we got up here? What does this say?
ODB.
Okay, I'll pull that one up. Now, I didn't see a article, a news clip for ODB, but I did see a wiki article, and the wiki article just kind of goes through him. You know, he was born on the 15th, he died on the 13th. Very interesting that, he almost was born and died on the same day.
They don't have anything on YouTube when you say it in the mic? ODB?
No, I checked. I mean, we can't. I mean, they don't. Nothing copyright free. ODB died. The last day. I don't want to play this dude stuff. I don't know him. Yeah. But yeah, it's like Vlad. Vlad is a jerk, so I'm not even playing with them. It's just a bunch of hip hop places. I don't want to bother.
No problem. Who else we got?
Yes, sir. So let's see. DJ Screw. But I don't have a whatever for him. But DJ Screw died in November. And it was interesting because when I first got in here, he was like, yeah, they quick to say that somebody overdosed on drugs. DJ Screw was one of the ones they said overdosed on drugs. I don't know if I believe that, but sure. Okay, whatever.
Right.
Another one is, and I saw this one in the comments as well, remembering rap legend Heavy D. Let's go. Remembering rap legend Heavy D. Now, the reason the Heavy D one is so interesting is because it seems like everybody who's surrounding Puffy seems to die in November.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
To be free and flexible.
These daggone
Puffy is a November Scorpio.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Sadly, rap legend Heavy D died nearly 9 years ago at the age of 44. But tonight, his fans and other rap pioneers are keeping his memory alive.
I loved him so much. Today, Amazon Prime will be showing a documentary honoring the Heavy D titled The Life of Heavy D. Be Inspired. Astrid and the ATL spoke with a rap icon featured on the film and the executive producer.
Heavy D touched so many people with his fun spirit, including rap legend Kool Moe Dee and director Burt Phillips.
I don't want to go too deep into the whatever because I would say half the Pitt family probably don't even know who Heavy D is because it's
No,
just
no,
way
no,
too.
don't say that. Heavy D, y'all, for the record, was B.I.G. before B.I.G. Let me explain how big Heavy D was in this bitch. Heavy D was him. Heavy D was the overweight lover. Heavy D was Jamaican. He had bars. He could dance. He was tied into Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Heavy D is Puff. There is no Puffs. Heavy D was part of that Uptown Records with all of the people, Andre Harrell, Heavy D, and there's a few others. They're no longer here. And this man, who everybody is looking at as a supervillain, he's the only one left.
So now Heavy D is from Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon.
Heavy D is from the same block that Puffy's from.
Right.
So that's how Puffy he grew up with Heavy D as a big homie.
That's right. Heavy D was a big homie.
He begs Heavy D to walk him into the label Uptown. Heavy D introduces him to Andre Harrell. Andre Harrell hit it off with Puffy. Take that how you want, and but he stays working under Heavy D. Him and Heavy D do a event, and they unalive 9 people
In a stampede.
in a stampede.
You got to be clear with that. He's like, they unalived 9 people. Everybody in their living room was like, oh my goodness, Heavy D was catching bodies. No, it was a stampede. And they were saying that Diddy or P. Diddy or Sean Combs at that time oversold tickets. As a result, too many people showed up. There was a stampede. 9 people died. But that was his hack. That was his blood sacrifice, because immediately after that, what happens?
Diddy gets adopted as the newest and long-lasting boy toy of none other than
Dun, 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 dun.
Clive Davis, head record exec of Universal.
Can I play something real quick?
Please and thank you.
Everybody who may not know Clive, real quick.
You dirtier, because you should have known better, Russell. You feel me? Now, this little freak right here, he's out there in Bali and shit hiding out because he wanted to follow his freaky ass masters and whatnot. And he wasn't, you know what I mean? And now he's paying the price where his whole empire has fallen. He has nothing. And then the most precious part is, of course, your blood, your family and whatnot, and that's compromised. So was it even worth it at the end of the day? But these 3 people right here, these were the ones who destroyed New York hip hop. I don't give a fuck how many classics they might have put out or what they was behind. They stopped consciousness in hip hop. They stopped black men from calling themselves God and whatnot. These are the cocksuckers who felt the way about that.
I got a clip about Clive that I got to pull up and whatnot. But yeah, oh, there you go.
These people string us on leashes and whatnot. I'm getting tired of it, bro. He's the real bully. He's a real demon time. He's a real monster. He really be eating people alive. He really be putting on the worst type of motherfucking, disgusting type of behavior to women and men alike. They've been seducing our people for too long. Snap out of it. We just a bunch of whores if we continue to let these people string us on leashes and whatnot. I'm getting tired of it, bro. This is a vicious cycle. I'm getting tired of it. Motherfuckers that block everybody out, but the one person that got their hand up your back and whatnot, the one person got their hand in your pocket, the one group of people that got your niggas wrapped around their finger, they pinky finger, by the way. You know what I mean? Got niggas wrapped around their pinky finger, and y'all want to go Black Lives Matter and all. No, nigga, until you get this Jew off of your motherfucking lap, until you get this motherfucker off of your tail, y'all niggas y'all slaves. You can't talk to us. You can't sit with us, bro. You can't sit with us. Y'all brought these people around, and they've destroyed us. They've leashed off of us. They killing off they knocked off Aretha. They knocked off Bill Cosby. Not Cosby. They knocked off Michael Jackson and Prince. They knocked off Sam Cooke. Mobsters, gay mobsters, by the way. Fruity mobsters. They call it the gay mafia. Turning these men and these women out. And look at Clarence Avant, the Black Godfather. He was one of them. Look at him. He was one of them. He was a fish. Look at him. All of these people destroying good talent, good people, putting our people on drugs and whatnot.
Yeah. I can keep the whole thing playing, but I'm not gonna do that. Y'all make sure y'all catch the replay of these classes these classics. I ain't even calling them classes anymore. These are classics. So we did 4 classics. Well, we did 3. I'm about to do 4 on Sunday. And yeah, definitely guys, 4 hours. So, make sure y'all go and get that. As a matter of fact, for the people who buy a ticket for class number 4, I'm gonna throw 3 in there free just tonight though. I'll drop the link. Man, this is crazy. What I see when I see these gatekeepers and why it's understandable that things are changing right now is because it appears that the people who they appointed as the gatekeepers, so the Clive Davises of the world, right? All of them have been exposed for being the monsters that they are. So their guard dogs are the Diddy's and these other people who basically are destroyed. They're not just being gatekeepers. No, it's bigger than a gatekeeper. It's beyond gatekeeper. They are the ones who have been appointed to destroy talent. Not just destroy talent, but destroy anything of light in the industry. They're vampires. Feel me? They make sure that they break people. They make sure that they humiliate people. They make sure they initiate certain people, and the people who are, and it's just deeper than, I want y'all to control these people and hold. No, it's something deeper than that. And all of that is being exposed. Cat Williams alluded to it to the point where he had the most watched video ever. Snapple fact. Something that you could go and look up, y'all. The video that Cat Williams did with Shannon Sharp is the most watched video on YouTube ever. What does that mean? That means that the world got the red pill on January the 3rd. Okay? The whole world got the red pill. They all got it. So now that everybody has watched that video and he laid out specifically what this whole world, what this whole shit is going to be about post solar eclipse, what this 2024 energy was finna be, and he said it, and we living through it. Who is controlling the narrative? You seeing the falling of the deaf culture, because these people represent the deaf culture, and the fall of them is the fall of this culture. They had a grip on our people, because I promise you, you might not think that Diddy or anything has anything to do with deaf culture, and we here to say that they helped to start that shit, especially if he was responsible. Well, he was responsible for something happening to Big and whatnot. And even that so-called beef where Pac lost his life. But please continue.
You can share screen. So yeah, so now that we've dealt with Heavy D, who transitioned in November, another one tied to the infamous Scorpio, Sean P. Diddy Combs, is his late ex-girlfriend, Kim Porter. Let's listen.
We have breaking news to tell you about now. Model and actress Kim Porter, who shares 3 children with Sean Diddy Combs, has been found dead.
Stu Mandel live over the Porter's home, I should say, in Toluca Lake. Stu?
Well, that's right. It's actually out here at Toluca Lake at the corner of Woodbridge and Arcola. Now, apparently earlier this evening, the actress and the model Kim Porter, who, as you said, shares 3 children with the music icon P. Diddy, was found here, passed away this afternoon. Now, they're saying that she did pass away from an illness, and it is natural causes. Right now, though, we do see a lot of activity at the house as friends and family are arriving and departing the home. Again, though, we understand that the model actress Kim Porter, who shares 3 children with the music mogul P. Diddy, did pass away this afternoon. Live in Sky 2 over the Toluca Lake area. I'm Stu Mandel. Back to you two in the studio.
Real quick, for my Instagram family, come over to the YouTube. The live over there is about to cut. Come to Know the Ledger 44. Oh man, it disconnected. All right, let's continue.
What that was the end of that one. She transitioned November 15th.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Crazy. Real quick, y'all, let's take a commercial break. We at the 1 hour mark. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back. This is a word from our sponsors. All right. Make sure if you know this site that we're showing you the new Kendrick drop. We got a new collection. We will be in Atlanta this weekend, but this is available at the New Black Wall Street, and it's also available at the website, the Mart 125th. Check us out. Hold on, let me do it with the. Yes. We have the new Kendrick drip. Check it out. And we, yeah. All right, we got family coming over from the IG. Shout out to the IG family. Yeah. They only give us an hour over there, unfortunately. So shout out to everybody pulling up from IG. Make yourselves comfortable. We are continuing into the second phase of this whole November Jason ritual. You know what I mean? But let's keep going.
Yeah, so just in case anybody doesn't know why we're saying Jason, is because when you look at the months, you're going to see that they do form an acronym: January, August, September, October, November.
No.
January, August, September, October, November.
July, August.
July, August. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
European
Okay.
Jesus. But yeah. So July, August,
Mediterranean Jesus.
right? So why is this important? Because we know Jason was I guess you could say a killer, a unaliver. I try not to use those words on YouTube, but nonetheless,
Right.
yeah, he would unsubscribe people from the Earth social media platform.
He was deplatforming people.
Right.
He was unplugging those from the Matrix who
Right.
didn't want to participate in the program anymore.
So now what you're going to see is October going into November. October is known primarily for Halloween. Halloween is really Hallow Eve, meaning Halloween is the eve of Hallows Day. So if Halloween is the eve of Hallows Day, then Hallows Day must be the next day after Halloween. Now,
Right.
we all know Halloween is October 31st. After October 31st, you're going to have November 1st, which is Hallow or Holy Day. Remember, because I was talking to the family and they're like, oh, Halloween is bad because hollow means empty. I said,
Right.
no, not hollow, it's Halloween. Now, where do we hear the word hallow from? I'm going somewhere with November being death. Where do we hear hallow from? We heard it from the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, whom art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Right.
We gonna have church tonight, now. We gonna have amen, somebody. Oh, not amen. Amen, Ra.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Tabernacle. Tabernacle.
Come on. So now, somebody said he was unfollowing people. So now you have Hallows Eve, Holy Eve, the day
Right.
before Holy Day. And whose holy day? The holy day of the dead. This is the holy day of the dead. Let's be 100% clear about this. When we're dealing with November, this is the time for you to start thinking, putting death in your mind. Don't think something macabre. Think about going, as I was saying initially, this is Memorial Day in an occult sense.
Right.
This is the occult Memorial Day.
That part.
And just to tie in, let's be 100% clear. I heard from a very close source that Brother Panic transitioned somewhere in October. I'm not going to go into details because they want to keep that private, and I respect that. But we all know the public announcement was made Halloween night, and all of us, we all woke up that morning to find out in the Scorpio energy that Brother Panic had transitioned. And I found that to be beautiful, brother.
Right. It was poetic justice.
Very poetic.
For him to be, the death doula, and he prepared his legend, to basically say, I'm tapping out, but I'm tapping out the right way. And here's the instructions, the basic instructions. And then to walk through the gates of November of Scorpio, it can write itself.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely. Now, you showed that thing that say necromancy, which that's a Latin word, necromancy. Now, I wanted to point out to the family, when you're dealing with Latin, Greco-Roman language, the letter C, the letter K, and the letter G are interchangeable.
Right.
So if you go back and look at that word and you replace that C with a G,
right,
what does it say?
Negromancy.
Negromancy. So you're probably going to thinking the first thought in your mind is that's a stretch. Fine, no problem. So let's do another one where we can see the G, the C, and the K are interchangeable. So now let's go look at the word a drake. D-R-A-K-E is a type of reptilian. Or a Draco, D-R-A-C-O. We understand this is interchangeable. Now the C, the K, and the G. Now put a G in there. It's dragon. The C, you can Conscious Connect broke it down right there. You can see within her what she did. The C, the K, and the G are all interchangeable. That's why when you see words like necromancy, it's also, according to Latin, negromancy. This is dealing with death.
Okay.
When you
That's why they were saying Negro was equivalent to death.
Who told you that? Well, let's go check the receipts. It was Malcolm X. Where was he at when he told you that? Go check the receipts. He was at Harvard. He put 3 words on the board. He put the word Negro, he put the word necro with a C, and then he put the word necro with a K. So this isn't just me freestyling. Malcolm X told you, I told you, Conscious Connect told you.
Right.
So, this is the reality when dealing with this dark magic. Oh, necromancy, you dealing with dark magic. Yeah, we dealing with dark magic because we the dark people.
That part. We come from dark matter. And we're the only ones. We can't be afraid of the dark because we are the darkness. And what we mean by that, we don't mean darkness in the macabre sense. We mean the unknown. We mean the mysterious. You understand? We're talking about the darkness where all color and all quote unquote sound and light is trapped inside of. Because from us comes many, not the other way around. Don't want to bust anybody's bubble. But from the darkness is where life, where thought, where mind, where space, where the nothingness exists. So yeah, we were definitely duped to believe certain things, and like you said, who taught you that, right? So I did hear Malcolm say that. However, I know they were teaching that Negro meant death as a derogatory way, right? They were telling us that when we were in school, they were giving it to us like that was a bad thing. Like Negro in Spanish was a curse. You feel me? So yeah. Do we have more scorpions? I don't want to forget anybody of that pantheon of the scorpion gods. Now, this is how we turn that energy around of all of these artists who have made transition in the scorpion season, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not just about identifying the negative things because we're saying negative. I'm saying symbolic. I'm saying mystical. I'm saying don't just subject it to negative. Like, oh, all of our people getting killed in November. That's crazy. This is mystical. This has significance to it. There's more to it. And one of the ways we could alchemize the memory of these fallen stars is to play their music in November in ceremony. You feel me? Whatever that may be to you, it could be in your playlist, it could be at the gym, it could be in a room by yourself, or it could be in a room with thousands, it could be at a beach, it could be whatever you deem it to be. It's your experience. But I played these artists in the month of, I actually had I had a party at Royal Chamber the night that Takeoff died. And I purposely was playing all of the artists that are no longer here, right? Because it was the day, it was on Halloween. So I was like, on Halloween, I'm not going to play no artist that's alive. Why would I do that? They said in the movie Coco that you're supposed to rock with the dead, the pantheon, and they more powerful gone than they are alive.
You can share screen. I got it.
Yes. So that's something that I definitely recommend that y'all do, is tap into the spirit of the ancestors, because that spirit is not going to harm you. But I don't want to be preachy. Go ahead.
No, I greatly appreciate you saying that. And the reality is our people need to hear that, because the reality is we are the biggest spooks within the ranks of America. But I digress. And I'm glad that you spoke like that, because when we talk about death as a community, melanated people, so-called Black people, we do get spooky, we do get scared, and we do, oh my God, it's negative. But
Yes.
when the so-called Hispanic culture does it, now it's cultural. Now it's
Right.
beautiful. Now it's a kids movie.
Right.
But when Red do it, oh my God, it's something negative. No, that's release from that. Release from it, because in the movie they said on this day we memorialize, we take time out, we make space for those who have come and gone, and it's a beautiful thing. It's not a scary thing. It's not a negative thing. And just like what Richfield was saying, family. When the ancestors transition, you do something in their memory. In this movie, all they did was to put a picture on the mantle. That's it. It was 1 + 1. It was an altar.
Yep. That's how important it was, though. Just that picture alone.
But that's how
And
important it
everything.
was. So they put the picture up there. You may go to the beach and light some incense. Red is going to bang the music that night, whatever the case may be. But we memorialize our people. We don't get spooky. Grandma, is that you? And now you hiding under the cover. Now, when grandma come in there, be at peace, have the whatever it is, because this is the time where the spirits. Because in the movie, his grandma Abuela was almost ready to transition. Abuela's mama had already transitioned. Abuela's mama is on the other side of her. So in the movie, they talking to the dead, and it's really, but it's beautiful. It's family. It's love. It's culture. So I commend them for embracing the dark side. And let me say this, and I'll close on my side. What did Bobby Hemmett tell us? Bobby Hemmett told you scientifically, light is physical. Why is this important? Because the only time you're going to get spiritual is in the darkness.
Mm.
In the movie, it was a spiritual movie because they were in the darkness.
Right.
In addition to that, y'all talk so much crap about the darkness. I can't see in the dark. Family, remember, the light can blind your butt too. Go back and watch Men in Black. They weaponize the light. I will flash this light in your eyes. Your ass can't remember what happened. Your ass can't even think no more.
Yeah, you'd be stuck. You'd be stuck. There's been times at the beach where I was like, yo, I can't see nothing. But I love the movie Coco. The power of animation and storytelling is it could take, it's the equivalent of when I visited the islands, they had like the Mighty Sparrow, and they had artists that would take proverbs and parables and make songs out of it to make it nursery rhyme like and palatable. Or you could dance to these things, but you learning things like in certain Jamaican songs, certain reggae songs, I mean. So that's what animation does for mythology or the mythos, or hard to quote unquote swallow topics or pills that are hard to swallow. Put it in animation and you tell it in a story like this. We need more people to take advantage of the new tools that are available, the AI tools like Sora and other AI generating tools, and begin to do movies or short animations and short films that are like where this is the foundation. Like you use this as foundation and build on and make it your own stories and mythoses. Because we, it's that day and time that we in. Because Coco definitely had me tapped in when I watched. I watched that on shrooms. I was locked in. Yeah, they're mad that it inspired other movies and whatnot. You got to remember, Disney want to keep a monopoly on the narrative. So what they don't want movies like Coco to do is to inspire other people in Latin America or South America to have the audacity to say, yo, I'm going to take that I'm going to take that. Oh, it won awards and whatnot. Oh, so we're going to make 100 of these then, because I'm going to take that as a sign to really go crazy and tell our stories, because they would have you thinking that the only story that somebody could tell is a story that Disney or Marvel or Mattel or one of these Hasbro or Nickelodeon. No, we got stories to tell, y'all. That's how we gonna change the history. That's how we gonna program our children. That's how we going to give life to these quote unquote these immortalized elders, and we have to gotta lionize them as these characters. We have to tell their stories. Hold on, I can't hear you, CRUMB. My bad.
Oh no, that was my fault.
Okay.
The first cartoon characters, I think it was called anthropomorphized or something like that, and it was like raw, sad, of the body of a human and the head of an animal's caricatures and
Right.
stuff that doesn't exist, only exists in imagination to communicate an idea or a story.
Right. And we live in a day and age now where anybody from an infant all the way up to an adult could take anything on their imagination and actually create different versions of it through a generative art. You know what I mean? They could generate different versions of that art in various styles. So if you have an idea, you could say, I wonder what this style will look like in vintage, Art Deco. Hey, let me take this idea of mine and run it through this machine so I can see how this could look like a Picasso, or if Basquiat painted it. Are you like, what? Are you dumb? Like, you could make people could make they can make short films like Coco right now. I'm seeing it.
That's right.
Yeah, on a low budget, and this was cost millions and millions of dollars. So it's about knowing what time you exist in, because I promise you, you could be living in the future and moving around like the Flintstones, stuck in this box that deaf culture have put our people in. They don't think that they retarded the minds of millions of people by sticking them in nothing but death, destruction, sex, money, murder, confusion, falsehood. Take that. Everything that these people been pumping and selling y'all, all the way from Diddy, all the way down to what Drake and his people have set him up to do, all the way going back to what all of these people were doing. Dr. Dre, what they introduced with the compromised version of NWA, not Ice Cube's NWA, the compromised sellout version of it. So it's just like this whole thing is falling apart. If you see P. Diddy falling, right? Can you pull up P. Diddy and Monster, please? Because people got poor memories. Can you pull up P. Diddy and Monster? Right? So Monster's Ball. Yeah. Right? He's on death row, family. Okay. Do you remember that? Do you remember P. Diddy on death row? Do you remember this? How soon we forget this movie won an award. He went to the goddamn electric chair, bro. Lee Daniels is behind this. Harvey Weinstein is behind this. Halle Berry is in this movie, and she's getting I'm trying to think of the most woke way to say it. She's getting unalived by Billy Bob Thornton in real life on film. He's catching a body, and she's saying that I just want to feel good, and she's eating white ice cream at the end. You understand? And then you have to take toll of what happened in our society versus our culture after that movie, that our sisters begin looking like Halle Berry with men of another race that we never thought that they would be around, telling them just make me feel good. Is it not a Monsters Ball to this day? Is a Monsters Ball not a freak off? Is a Monsters Ball not what he was doing? Is he's not being called a Monsters who was balling? Is it Monsters Ball with 2 A's or an L? You feel me? Is it Monsters Balenciaga? So let's look at more clips of Monsters Ball with P. Diddy. Because when you saw him in the movie, you was like, why would he play that role? Like, were you thirsty for doing what? Why are you here? This whole movie was a ritual. The little boy got ran over, so it was it was like that's when they threw the child away, and the father, he got executed, he got wiped out, he got removed, right? Look at him. Come on, man. Look at that. This is an award-winning movie. Right? This is a war. This went around the world. And he was a horrible actor, right? It's like, this was more like his initiation. This was more like a humiliation ritual. That whole movie, the way that movie went down, all of them was paying the debt to Harvey Weinstein, and they just had him doing some crazy shit. And Lee Daniels is a lizard. He's behind Empire and other things. He's the one who was called out by Dame Dash and a few other people. Because there was nothing about that movie that was supposed to win an award, bro. You know what I'm talking about? That was all Weinstein's doing. It was all a ritual. Heath Ledger is in the movie, family. Heath Ledger. Okay? The Joker who died. Let's find out what month he died when we get a chance. That's, yeah. Rick Ross is... Yo, can you please zero in on Sun Face in the back? Let's see if that's Ross, because we got to make sure that Ricky wasn't in this. Yeah, zero in on homie right there in the back. Is that a young Ross? Is that William? William, is that you? William. Huh?
That is hilarious.
Huh? God damn.
That's
Nigga
right.
started young. Yeah, he's a plant.
That's right.
Look at him behind. Look at him and Heath Ledger. Pull that up. No, behind bars with Heath Ledger. Right there.
That's crazy.
Mod. Shit is mod, brother. Shit is mod, man.
Yeah, you can't make this up.
Nah, you can't make this up. That's super zesty. Shit is mod, man. You feel me? This shit is mod, boy.
Remember Diddy had the Joker outfit for Halloween?
Pull up Diddy Joker outfit. It was in our faces the whole time. I promise you. This is what they call predictive programming. He played the shit out of that role. Go to video. Let me see. Pull up the yeah.
TikTok?
Nah, Diddy almost fights the dude from Power.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that one.
Shut up, Dana.
There's no sound.
Okay, I'll fix that.
I think dude from Power, he might have been somebody that he slipped a drink. When you know what I mean? He might be one of them dudes who woke up and was like, what the hell happened to me last night? And then he seen him as the Joker, and he like, nigga, what you talking about? Because he was bossing on him. Like, it wasn't like he didn't know him. He was just trying to Debo him.
we're gonna start with Diddy and one of the actors from Power who got into
this close to being in an actual fist fight.
in a fight, and it starts with a costume, and it is
Diddy-
bizarre. It is
listen,
bizarre.
when you're out on Halloween, Diddy, you've probably seen on social media, Diddy was the Joker. And it said it was something he always wanted to do, but he really, really committed to this, and maybe too much. And in fact,
It's pretty good, I gotta say.
I think Michael Ferguson from Power would say that he definitely committed too much. Look at this interaction here, and you can tell that Michael has no idea who he's dealing with at first.
Yeah. You. Yeah, him. Just as I said. Yeah. Don't touch me. You're a clown. What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
So you don't like me? Get to it. You don't like me, you in front, get to it. Don't play with me on Halloween. I'm out here with love.
He knew
you want to have love? It's what up, dude. Come on, man, I'll bust your. Nah, hey, keep it. Make sure you don't never talk to me like that. Love, man. Do you know who I am? Bro, you know who I am. It's all love. It's all love, bro. It's all love, bro.
He looking at him like, nigga, don't play with me.
Give me a hug, though. You lucky, though. I'm really about that. I will. But I love you. And we're together. We're stronger together. Come to the after party and change your mind.
Come to the after party.
Come to the after.
Come on. What the fuck? Come on now. I told you. Now when you watch it in hindsight, now that you know what you know, it sounds differently. It explains itself. It solves itself, right?
Is it the Spanish
You see the
Spanish fly?
Right, exactly. Hit him with the Spanish fly, right? That's what I mean by narrative. The narrative helps everything. When you change your when there's a narrative change and you go back and you do your research, things unlock themselves and they do what? They make sense now. So your ideas and your concepts of what you're witnessing begins to change. So that's what we see things clearly for what they are. That's what 2024 represents. That is the Cat Williams effect. I'm going to take this moment to say this real quick. You dig? That we have an event coming up. I am proud to announce that we have an event coming up. Well, go ahead. Let us continue. I'm gonna pull this up.
So at the end, he gets an invite to the after party.
Does Ferguson and Michael have any idea that it's?
He didn't
ever have an idea.
You heard him. He said it's Puff because Diddy kept asking. He kept saying, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?" And I'm guessing one of the other guys there maybe whispered it to him because he.
And Charles, I think you can hear that it's Diddy's voice to me, and I would have been.
It changes. You're right. There's a part where.
These people are just weird to me. I'm sorry.
Super weird.
I was going to mention though, just to connect some of these dots for, because yes, ultimately you are right. This is the death of the death culture. These people who are manipulating and taking advantage of our culture have seen their last days. This is their last hoorah, and we're going to see things take a shift towards a more pure ritualistic operation of our holy days versus this what is it called when you disrespect somebody's religion? I forgot. Heresy or something.
Jihad.
Right.
Heresy. You a heretic?
Yeah, a heretic. So now as I was saying, so now Puffy gets introduced to Andre Harrell by Heavy D. Heavy D and Puff. Now, the thing about Andre Harrell, this is on Puffy's YouTube, Facebook page. On Puffy, I don't know if you know this, but Puffy made a cartoon about how Andre Harrell did him like he did Making the Band.
Right. Do you have that cartoon?
Yeah. It's still up right now.
Pull it up, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pull that up.
Facebook. The computer's thinking. Let me type in Andre. I don't know if he goes by Puffy or Love or Sean Combs on Facebook, because this is his own website. Sean
All right.
Combs.
While you look for it,
Take your
I'm gonna
time.
pull this flyer up
Yes,
and
sir.
let everybody know about the good news. So go ahead and pull that up.
I'll do as you say.
Here you go, family. You asked for it and we answered you. Okay. So the family in Atlanta was asking me this weekend if I had $1 for everybody saying, yo, when you bringing Melanin Monday back? When you bringing Melanin Monday back? I thought you said you bringing it back in the summer. So fret not, worry not. We are returning to the YG Urban Cafe, 640 Evans Street on June the 3rd, which will make exactly 6 months to the day that Cat Williams sat on that couch with the brother Shannon Sharp and broke the internet, right? And successfully ushered in what we know as this year there will be an unforgettable this year will be, it's already 6 months in, and just look where we're at. So I'm doing Melanin Mondays IRL podcast, the Cat Williams Effect. It will be on 8 p.m. The doors will open up and it will be going to about 11 or 12. That is on June 3rd at 640 Evans Street in the West End YG Urban Cafe, where we were doing Melanin Mondays, rocking it. We bringing it back. It's going to be lit. We have vendor spaces available, but they're going fast. It is $22. It's going to be more at the door. Tickets available on KTL University, KTLUniversity.com. It's scrolling right there underneath you. The link is in the bio. You could go and get your ticket, or we'll see you at the door. Pull up. This one is going to be legendary. I promise you. It's gonna hit things that you never thought it's gonna hit. And we doing it in conjunction with my brother Knowledge of God from Hip Hop Is Real. I'm gonna let him say peace.
Peace to everybody out there. You already know. Want to say appreciate Rev for having me here and just, tuning in and building and just watching everything unfold. The Cat Williams effect is in full effect. You know what I mean? And we're going to be in attendance, streaming, making the shit dope for, people to be able to see in all different types of ways. We spreading the information. And, I'm just excited to be a part of it.
Right. And we hitting different audiences. This is not for the black people only. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna be hitting the hood. Hip Hop Is Real is one of the biggest battle rap platforms in battle rap. A blog and whatnot. Not just a blog. He's the culture. So we're gonna bring everything to fruition, because Cat Williams effect. First of all, one of the effects is the fact that I could go anywhere and spark any conversation with anybody. The highest viewed interview in YouTube history. So that means that the red pill was delivered. It was delivered. Right. 69 guy. He's 69 million views. He the 69 god. Right. On the other side.
It might be 70 by the time we have the
right. So it's we're gonna be celebrating. It's gonna be Blue is gonna have the food in the building. We're gonna be playing new music. We're gonna be playing the 48 Pillars of Power and whatnot. You dig? We'll have our strain on deck. We'll have everything on deck. We're gonna have the merch on deck. We got the new Kendrick drip. You know what I mean? This shit is going crazy right now. I'm gonna play the full commercial before we get out of here. But yeah, we back. You got it? Pulled it up. All right. Let's go. I can't hear you, Crumb. I can't hear your mic.
Sorry.
You good?
The original video was on Facebook. I went on Facebook really quickly. I couldn't find it, so I just kind of rushed. And the only reason I knew was because I put it in my video called Diddy's Shocking Criminal History. I did it last month. And check this out.
Take hot baths.
What the hell?
Sometimes.
Same thing to Justin Bieber. But remember, Andre Harrell was the one who did this to Diddy in the beginning. The relationship between Diddy and Andre Harrell was no different than making the band.
I remember one time I gave him a tape to run an errand, and it was 10 blocks away. I picked up the phone to take a business call. Before I could hang up the phone, Puff came through the door with his tie flying like this, saying, "What else can I do?" I said, how did you get there so fast? He said, I ran in, I ran back.
I gotta get up every day and do a bunch of that I don't want to do. I gotta bite my tongue and I gotta do it with a smile on my face.
Yo, it's called making the bitch, not making the band. This right here is the way I run my. If y'all bucking on this little right here, I definitely don't want to with y'all.
We were just on the tip like you was trying to put us out there like a bitch or something like.
The way that Diddy made making the band walk to get the cheesecake, Andre Harrell used to have Diddy washing his car. That's on record. Like, I made that nigga go out there and just do shit. Like, listen, go take a number 2 and keep the door open and don't wipe. How did? All right, that was pretty much it.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So what happens in the industry ever so often, the same way that happens in the gangs, the same way that happens in the jails, and it's the same thing that happens in the streets. If somebody gets done dirty on their way in, they're going to do everybody else dirty on their way in. Nobody gets through the gate. That's why these people turned Puffy out and then made him the gatekeeper. But they was telling him, you know, you could be a Rottweiler at the gate. So people who come through the gate, they got tabs on them. Yo, line that person up, bring them to the party. You know, da 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 da. I need you. If this person, and you know, if you want to pop out, if you want to make it in the industry, if you want to make it on certain albums, if you want to make it on certain quote unquote or stages, there's you know, you gotta, you know, you first of all, you have to sign your life away. That's first of all. The first ritual is done on paper. You have to be committed to having a person identify themselves as your owner, your master, and you know by on paper, right? By decree of the pen, this person owns your likeness, they own your voice, they own your catalog, they own your music. You got to ask them when you could release things. They're loaning you money and they put you in debt, more debt than you ever was in before you met them, right? They give you a false sense of security and have proven on multiple occasions, more times than they haven't proven it, that they'll throw you away like you didn't mean anything and take your catalog and take your publishing and whatnot and get rich off of it while you'll be poor. No insurance. Feel me? No kickbacks, no stock splits, no equity. As a matter of fact, they burnt in 2008. Universal had the fire, and they burnt 500,000 masters of some of the greatest songs ever recorded. Can you pull that up, CRUMB?
What's that? Oh yeah.
Universal fire.
I
The
still
great
got
fire of Universal, the day that music died, that they like to cover up. So I don't wish for a life like that. People be trying to act, they be trying to sign us up to be slaves and whatnot and be a part of that craziness.
From Chuck Berry to Tupac Shakur, taking stock of the 2008 Universal fire. In 2008, fire swept through a Universal Studios Hollywood back lot. The loss was thought to be a few movie sets and film duplicates. But earlier this week, the New York Times published a report revealing that the 2008 fire burned hundreds of thousands of master recordings and genres spanning legendary music from the late 1940s to the early 80s, as well as digital formats and hard drives from the late 80s up into the early 2000s. According to the report, the fire burned original recordings of works by artists like Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, Bing Crosby, Ella Fitzgerald, Judy Garland, Billie Holiday, REM, Rapid Eye Movement, Janet Jackson, Eric B. and Rakim, New Edition, Bobby Brown, and many more. Should I keep going?
Yes, please.
Reporter Jody Rosen, sounds like his Jewish name, has been investigating the loss for the New York Times, and in his report calls this fire the biggest disaster in the history of the music business. In taking stock of the fire's damage, Rosen notes that it wasn't just original music that burned up. Quote, there were many what are called flat masters. That is the master tape of an album that was put out commercially, Rosen explains. There were also, yes, a number of session tapes of various sorts, unreleased materials, outtakes, maybe even studio chatter from various recording sessions that were here. There were demos in the vault, and there were various types of master recordings. In his report, Rosen likens the master recording to that of an original painting and says that more than monetary value, the damage to our shared cultural heritage is the great tragedy of the situation. For example, Rosen says, the hallowed Chicago Bulls label Chess Records, home of the greats like Chuck Berry, lost virtually all, anybody know how much all is? Virtually all of its master recordings.
Crazy. So now people understand why streaming had to come in, because they had to bring the streaming in. They don't have the masses anymore. They cannot produce the records. They can't produce the vinyl. They can't recreate any of the originals because they don't have the goddamn masters. And Universal is such a the music shit is tied in with so many things that if that was to come out and the stocks collapse, it would be a tragedy. So in comes Lucian and the other people, and they begin to do what? They begin to digitize and they begin to put it in the cloud and whatnot, and they emphasize, all of this, that they remixed it. This 2008. This is when Obama came in. This is when the economy crashed. This is when that crisis happened. And this is the day the music died. And from that day on, you begin to see the shift into this fake ass music that we have right now. That's why the music don't sound real, because they don't have no masters to pull it from.
Teach. Okay. And just to add value to what the brother is saying, well, okay, not add value, to add a degree of speculation.
Add a degree to it.
This is what they're telling us. And we saw the exact same thing happen during George Floyd. Remember, never forget, George Floyd worked side by side with that white boy that unalived him. Now, the restaurant where they worked at, it got burned down. So whatever evidence of whatever was going on in that restaurant is now gone.
That was during the whole uprising. They burned it down.
They burned it down. So whatever evidence was there is gone.
That's crazy.
And the precinct that white boy worked at, they burnt that down too. The restaurant that him and George Floyd worked at,
conspicuously destroyed.
Anything associated with that white boy and George Floyd was burned to the ground. Sorry, it's damn near midnight over here. I'm sitting here tweaking.
Teach for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. So now what you're going to see, actually, if I can go back to Puffy real quick, because remember, Puffy is a Scorpio. So now Puffy he unalives 9 people under the guidance of Heavy D. After that, Puffy gets fired from Uptown Records. Remember, Puffy wasn't even making $1. He was an intern. He didn't get paid one brown Abe Lincoln. So now, after the day he died, he unalives people and gets fired from Uptown Records. Guess who hires Puffy? And this never happens. Clive Davis hires Puffy. And Clive said Puffy taught him. Now, this might be in the Bible, the young teach the old. So now Puffy is teaching Clive, and Puffy was teaching Clive about dead rappers' insurance. So Puffy does something that is pretty unprecedented. Puffy proves that music artists are valued more when they're dead versus when they're alive. So now Puffy sets the
He
precedent
sets the
with two.
precedent with the Diamond album.
So now his mentor, who may be, and this is allegedly, so take it with a grain of salt, family, please, who may be his lover as well. So his mentor and his lover are now working together in a funny relationship where one teaches the other, and in return the other teaches, one hand wash the other, blah blah blah. So now I want to ask the family, because we know who the biggest artist on Death Row was. We know who the biggest artist on Bad Boy was. But Clive Davis has a record company called I think it's Clive Records or J Records or something like that.
J
And
Records.
J Records. I wanted to ask the listening audience, does anybody know who the biggest artist on J Records was? And just give them like maybe 10, 20, 30 seconds. Just to see if anybody in the listening audience can, figure this one out. But while you take a moment to figure out who the biggest artist on his record label was, I'll tell you this. The night that the biggest artist on J. Clive record label, no, not Alicia Keys. Remember, Alicia Keys tried to get Puffy to sign her, and Puffy said no because she looks like a boy. It was Whitney Houston.
It was young Whitney.
It was Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston died. She was unsubscribed from the social media earth plane the night of the
pre-party for the Grammys.
The Grammys.
His annual pre-Grammy party.
They knew she was unalive in that room, and they partied in that place with that woman's unalive body.
That's a fact.
That was a ritual.
Super ritual. Super duper.
And when Clive found out that girl was not alive, he said Whitney would have wanted us to carry the party on. Whitney was petty. She would not have wanted that.
At all.
Y'all better give me
shut this whole shit down.
A moment of silence.
You feel me? Y'all better go home with all that. Let them get me about this building.
Factory.
Yeah, because that when that doesn't happen, that turns into a ritual. So you're partying, you're popping bottles, you're enjoying life. You're not even taking a moment of silence. If anything, the whole night's supposed to be Whitney Houston songs, so you could walk her spirit through. But they didn't do that. I didn't hear about the legendary Whitney Houston segment the night she died in the Clive Davis party.
Not a word. And that was Clive's biggest artist. And I want the listening audience, and I'm not trying to bogart because I want to respect my big brother. And let's be clear, this is my big brother. But I want to ask the listening audience, if Whitney Houston, respectfully, is worth more unalive than alive, can you please press 000? Because we know Tupac. Everybody knows about the Tupac, the Biggie thing, but we don't hear people say, hey, Whitney is worth more unalive than alive. Where'd you get that from, Clive Davis? Oh, your little boy toy. You got that from Diddy. J. Clive diddled that woman. And he learned that from his Padawan.
Right.
So I just want to kind of throw that in there for the Scorpio thing, because he is a and it looks like the people typing in the zero, well, not all of them, but most of them are the master students coming from CRUMB TV. I see the family in the building. I'm glad y'all came and tapped in. I appreciate y'all. If you are master students coming from my channel, please hit the like button, share this video, Drop a 000 or 222 or anything in the comments as well. Show my brothers love, please and thank you.
Labels have insurance policies. Yes, the insurance policies. The key person insurance policies that Empire as a record label must be. My goodness. Lord have mercy.
Well,
It must be doing
never forget, not only did Empire do it, and I know you're from New York, so you might not be aware. Have you ever heard of Winn-Dixie?
Winn-Dixie?
Winn-Dixie. Now you're a northerner, so it's not. This is a Dixie.
Northerner.
A Yankee.
This nigga said a Yankee. You're a northerner. You're one of those Yankee guys. What the hell? Nah, I'm a global citizen. So,
Okay,
yeah.
fair enough. Please forgive me. Winn-Dixie is a grocery store.
Yeah, they got it right down the block.
Okay. Well, Winn-Dixie did they call it dead peasants insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of did what Puffy and Jay Clive, and they would take insurance policies and not tell them. The Empire, the same thing the Empire's doing. They get an insurance policy on you, they don't tell you, and they keep it on you whether you're with the label or the company or not.
Right.
And they collect. So it is a thing.
Right.
Solo 5000 says, oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. They're probably scared to death. Anything that's been said and shown. Yeah, Diddy got in Shaka Khan's face, maybe for Clive. Now, there's this whole thing about Diddy getting in Shaka Khan's face. Her daughter even tweeted about it and was like, yo, I'm glad that whatever's happening to him is happening to him because they jumped my brother and he jumped in her face. And that's crazy. You feel me?
What?
But
do you know who Kim Porter's best friend was before she transitioned?
Yes.
Kim Porter's best friend was
the Cola.
Simmons' daughter slash wife. That little girl that Russell Simmons was messing with when she was 17.
Right.
Kimora.
My girl, Kimora Lee Simmons.
Kimora Lee said that Puffy got in her face and said he will punch her in the face. She went public about it. Puffy, in front of everybody, got down on one knee and publicly apologized for, I think he said, I'll kill you, I'll punch you in the face, or something ridiculous. And she was like, I can't believe he said that to me. I was pregnant at the time. But yeah. And remember, Puffy beat up Steve Stout with that telephone and that Hennessy bottle. You know them Hennessy bottles are thick.
Real thick.
And then after Steve Stout takes him to court, then you see both of them posted up in pink shirts hugging on each other like this.
Yeah, they be on ecstasy. You know, I'm just saying. It's one thing that I could say though, to put context to what we witnessed in the music industry in the 90s, like it's almost a catch-22 because people can't act like hearing about Puffy wilding out wasn't, it was like nobody was alarmed about that. Like nobody was like, oh, he's bugging. Everybody, you know what I mean? You hear about a lot of these record label owners. There's, you know what I mean? There's all of them had their stories that followed them about the shit that they were into. So, there's a lot of people in New York that I'm seeing that are like very they're projecting a lot of their stuff. But they was with all of that shit, bro. New York is a dark place in the 90s. Feel me? The kingpin drug dealers, they were very rough with their women. They was, knocking off competition. They were robbing and shooting and doing all of that stuff. And when the rappers rap about it, people was with that shit, and they began to mimic that. So Puffy slapped Drake for dissing Meek Mills.
Down in Florida in the King of Diamonds Club. Remember back in the day when Meek Mills and Drake was beefing really bad.
Right.
Puffy seen Drake and slapped him in the face.
Right.
And
I think it was at Live.
Oh, okay.
He
Keep me
smacked
honest.
him. Yep, he smacked him. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, there's going to be a reckoning that's going to take place inside the industry. Can you look up the date of Big L when he made transition so we can see it? I believe he belongs to the November Club or the Scorpion Club. There's going to be a reckoning that's going to take place inside of the culture. I believe that dominoes are going to continue to fall. I think it's too early to really sit back and evaluate this whole thing and say that it's going to, when it's going to die and how it's going to die. But if I was to say that I don't see it dying, I would be lying. It is not becoming more influential. It's not becoming more, quote unquote, the cool thing to do. I think that our people may have seen the darkest of the days of just being immersed in deaf culture. I believe that we're moving in a direction where the light is going to begin to balance itself out. So right now we're in a situation where you're having anti-heroes. So it's people who may have one foot in the darkness and one foot in the light. Kendrick said that he was the biggest hypocrite, correct? He makes music about drinking and he has one foot in consciousness, and he was the artist that was known to have one foot in both worlds. That's what made him very dangerous, because he could jump into both worlds. And he showed people that in his latest battle, where he said they not like us, which is a bop. And then he hit him with the other songs, which was on the other side more so. So yeah, Meek Mill, his name is destroyed, man. They should keep they hit Meek Mill stories around like a tennis ball when he was doing the bunny hop.
The bunny hop.
You feel me?
Yeah, and I think this is a part of, to kind of segue into the event, the Cat Williams effect. Yes. When have you seen where a gangster rapper, is exposed for whatever? And, the way Meek Mills got exposed was the way that Steve Harvey's fake man unit, fake hair got exposed.
The man unit, not the man unit.
Because when we were kids, the Steve Harvey hairline was the gold standard. If someone said your hairline is sharp as Steve Harvey's, that meant you had a good hairline. Oh, I'm sorry, a good haircut.
Remember the Steve Harvey lineup?
And this is
official.
The same thing we're seeing with Meek Mills. I remember Meek Mills was iconic for being hard.
Right. I heard people had the audacity, and I'm not even gonna say no names, but they was like, yeah, that's the second coming of Tupac. He's him. He's the new Pac. I was like, I said I'll look, you know what I mean? I'll look into it, but I'm not hell to the no.
Remember, I remember when Meek Mills made a song called Tupac Back, and I ain't gonna lie, bro, that was my jam.
That shit was
Tupac back.
bumping, right?
Tupac back.
But but the video, he didn't. That's what, you know what made me say no, when I saw the video for Tupac back, and he didn't look like he believed what he was doing. That was one of his first. He looked very uncomfortable. You could pull that up, and I'll show you. He did not believe what he was saying, and I'm like, nah, bro, son is not no goddamn Tupac back. They made him write that. That wasn't. He didn't come up with that. That's a marketing scheme. They came up with that shit, bro. He don't feel like that. You know, when somebody writes some shit and they feel it, they gonna be in a bag. He wasn't in there. He wasn't there. So, industry plant in a way where we can't blame Meek for anything. It was just that time where Jay signed Rick Ross, Jay signed Jeezy. They were creating a new paradigm to extend this crack thing or this drug thing that started in Def Jam, that Rick did, Liar Cohen and all of them were funding to the tune of a lot of money, right? And you see, when they make Jay the president of Def Jam, who does he sign? More crack, more drug dealers. You know what I mean? While y'all celebrating the TV show BMF, in real life, people were celebrating Jeezy's mixtapes and BMF taking over in real time. You know what I mean? 2004, 2005, that was real. That was some real shit going down. Like, it was really lit. And when Hove was president of Def Jam and whatnot, he got rid of the competition. Not just got rid of the competition, he changed the what? He changed the whole structure of Def Jam and got rid of the legacy acts like DMX. He was shelving LL. He was playing with Method Man. These artists had the potential to go another 5 to 10 years. Their careers were not done. How the hell could he come in there and sabotage their careers like that? And who was he working for? You feel me? And then he signs Rick Ross, who is the potential, he's not Rick Ross for real. He's a goddamn CO, didn't do a background check, or if they did do one, didn't care. Then he signs Jeezy, right? And good thing that he wasn't dirty like that, because he would have been in the feds. So the fact that the feds decided not to touch him means that he wasn't doing nothing that he was rapping. Not a goddamn thing. You know what I mean? He would have been in the feds if he was. So it was a good thing that he was only an artist. But he contributed to the influx of a lot of death, of a lot of people getting locked up, of a lot of people taking their life and throwing that shit away, chasing those BMF dreams, because that wasn't for everybody. And sweeping a new generation of people to make them think that they should go ahead and move weight and start selling drugs in 2024. You know what I mean? And that's part of the deaf culture that has to end, because the deaf culture began when the crack culture came up in this bitch, and it hasn't subsided yet. It needs to subside. You feel me? So this is what they were selling us. Some people were blind and they can't see it and whatnot. That's the beginning, CRUMB.
No, I'll wheel it back.
Yeah. It's
You want to turn?
it's no audio.
Yeah, it is.
All right, we could listen to it too.
Okay, cool.
I wanted us to just you gotta go through all of that.
Yeah, it's
just
just
play the visuals. Fuck the sound. Let's look at it so we can see what we're talking about.
okay.
Just
But
blow it up.
It's no problem.
Okay. Bring that screen up. Tell me when to bring it up. Before AI, You said DMX was Bible whipping all of them demons in Def Jam, wasn't he? He was serving them boys. Feel me? He wasn't letting all of that Fosse weirdo stuff really get over like that. You pulled it up?
I'm sorry?
Did you pull up the video?
Oh, wow. I was sharing it right now.
Okay, because all right.
Let me share it again. Let's see, Tupac back. There we go. Can you see it now?
Yep. There we go. Ugh.
Maybach music.
This is their first video, I think.
Tupac back.
Yeah.
Tupac back. Let's all
Beginning.
screaming that Tupac back. All eyes on me. Better picture me rolling. Riding brand new rims, but them bitches are stolen. Stranded on death row. Brenda having my baby, but I'm stacking my paper. I need a brand new Mercedes. They screaming Tupac back. Tupac back. That's all these bitches screaming.
Blasphemy.
Back.
Tupac back. I'm 2 Glock strap. Rolling down in Philly, this the new Iraq. Soon as I hit the hood, they screaming, who got whack? It's a recession on the work, I'm screaming, who got crack? I'm sipping Hennessy, riding on my motherfucking enemies. Sliding in the back, I'm screaming MMG. 10 bitches in they dime, so it's Tennessee. Hail Mary, put my wrist on froze. Presidential is gold. Nigga play with my money, my shooters lifting his soul.
It was playing in our face.
Bullets hitting the goal. Bitch, I'm like John Wall, cause I just give them and go. Plotting on this new 7, I could picture me rolling. Pockets look like they pregnant because them bitches are swollen. Got a clip I can loan. All the snitches can hold them. Look at the motherfucking wheels. Them bitches are stolen. They screaming
Tupac back. Tupac back. That's all these bitches screaming that Tupac back. All eyes on me. Better picture me rolling. Riding brand new rims, but them bitches are stolen. Stranded on death row. Brenda having my baby, but I'm stacking my paper. I need a brand new Mercedes. They screaming Tupac back. Tupac back. That's all these bitches screaming that Tupac back.
Mommy is soldier, daddy is dead. They catch a nigga that did it and we gon' carry his head. Fuck the 911, tell him have him a bed. I'm talking death row records, tell him have me a chair and let it burn. I'm screaming free my nigga Earn. Need you with no hesitation, we can't even get a turn. Got my Machiavelli CD and I listen then I learn. Grab my Mac up off the dresser, my OG said hold it firm. I'm dreaming spitting with pop. Talking ciphers were big. Try to send me upstate with the lifeless and bid. Had me scraping my wax, sleeping my knife in the bed. They got a nigga on point like it's the price of my head. I'm going max. Got me knocking suckers on they back. In these cells, raising hell, trying to get back to the track. But don't never get it twisted. It's me Mill, we spitting fat. But somebody said they seen it and they mean it, so they steady screaming.
Tupac back. Tupac back. That's all these bitches screaming that Tupac back. All eyes on me. Better picture me rolling. Riding brand new rims, but them bitches are stolen. Stranded on death row. Brenda having my baby, but I'm stacking my paper. I need a brand new Mercedes. They screaming Tupac back. Tupac back. That's all these bitches screaming that Tupac back.
Maybach music.
See what I was saying? They disrespect. That's how he was playing in what day this came out? They was playing in our face all this time. What day this came out? You did? They think we stupid. Nigga, Tupac is not back. Not a quote. Tupac is not back, brother. 2000. Okay. Yep, that's the rise of, yep, that's right around that time. Yeah, that did not age well at all. Wipe that off your catalog, brother. That is not gonna turn the club up. Turn the club up. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. The hell, man, down.
Yeah, he definitely looked uncomfortable in that salmon shirt.
You feel me? What are we doing? The hell?
Brother, do you know who Parrish Lashane is?
Yeah,
Okay,
Tupac back.
that's right.
Yeah, man.
But brother, I wanted to say I am humbled. Oh, I thought that was the day after his birthday. Okay, yeah, they posted a day after his birthday. I see it. That's cool. But yeah, I have to say, brother, I am humbled. I am honored. I am grateful. Um, and let me just take a moment to be emotionally intelligent and emote. Um, I don't feel as if I have a support system. I don't feel as if our community has a support system. I don't see men supporting other men, mentoring, just really building.
Right.
I want to say that because to the listening audience, that's what Red Richfield represents to me. Um, I saw how Sarah Sutton did Young Pharaoh. I saw um, uh, how Bobby Hemmett did Brother Panic. I saw how a lot of great men took someone who aspired and was willing to do the work under their wing. And I just want everybody to know that my relationship with him is only because he recognized my work. He never, took no pity on me or done no favors. He saw me doing the work, and that's what made him reach out. And I'm just very grateful because it just it just seems like we don't have that energy as a people anymore. And I just appreciate you as a brother, um in terms of us as a people, and a brother in terms of you in my personal life. I just want to say thank you in front of everybody because it really does mean everything to me.
Honors. As a twin and as a Scorpio, because we're big on loyalty and we're huge on, teamwork. My ethos that I work with in this network that we have is, as the pillars, it is our job to recognize the people who are shining the light and doing the work, and and staying on course. Because people sometimes confuse me and my brother because we teach and we're a part of this collective and whatnot. But our initial role when we came in this community with Know the Ledge as the twin pillars is really to bring the light in and to usher in, stand as the two pillars on the portico with the arch degree over us, and allow things to come through. And that's what we were doing from day one. So I told you when we linked up, it's about the work. You feel me? And as long as the work is consistent, because I know the hours that I put in, I know the amount of work that I put in, I know the amount that is owed in back taxes. You know, I know the amount of sacrifice that it takes. So when I see other people get into it like that, it's only right that we connect and we recognize one another. Because I promise you, either they're going to recognize you today or they're going to recognize you tomorrow. And they're going to regret if they got to recognize you tomorrow. You know what that means? That means they would regret the fact that they had time to meet you when you was here in real life, putting on work, putting it in. But if anything, if you was ever to make a exit or go somewhere, they're gonna regret that they wasn't in your presence and in your greatness, because everybody is gonna remind them, and it's going to already, you know what I mean? So yeah, that moon is lit tonight, y'all. Y'all should take full advantage. I got some Got some chocolates, as a matter of fact, that I might be partaking in. It's that type of night tonight.
If it's a full moon, family, clear your crystals, put them out there in the moonlight, let those clear, clean those out, the energies, refresh for another new month. Brother, I want to say thank you. It means everything to have your support. I want to tell the family, if anybody under the sound of my voice is a master student, if they support CRUMB TV, if you're down with me, please, please, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button, share the video, support him. When I leave, still tap in with him. So with that said, brother, I want to thank you for having me. Let's do it again.
Yes, definitely. You done know. All right. Peace. Yes, family. So real quick, I'm gonna take a quick commercial. Let's go ahead and let the sponsors do what they do, and we shall return.
Hi. Monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak though. Man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nella nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
The Mark 125th, I'll put the link in the chat.
Nigga, he a freak though. Man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro. Nella nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate
the right way, you know what I'm talking about? You
Hey, devil is a lie. Here, 69 God. Hey, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Hey, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of time. Hey, city is back up. It's a must. We outside. Hey,
feel me? Going super crazy. We will be outside this weekend for the strong end.
They not like us. 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 Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca.
You dig? We got all that. Camouflage, camouflage, Mark125.com. Somebody asked where they can go and get that drip to Mark125.com. The link at the chocolate, I just put it on the page. All right, I'll put it on the page. Shout out to Athletics in the building. Shout out to Athletics, the world's first conscious athletic brand. Make sure y'all go and get that. Go get your jerseys, go get your Kendrick tees, go get your new, yeah, that's the capsule that we dropped. That means that once it's sold out, it's gone. We're not making any more of it. That is the capsule that we dropped. Once it is sold out, it is over with. We are not making any more. So make sure you go ahead and get your drip. You know what I'm talking about? And stun on them while you're doing that dance. You know, it's going to be a long summer. The summer is just getting started. I believe Kendrick is going to be dropping an album in the summer. So, you know, summer's going to be good. I could feel the music is going to be good. I could just feel it in my bones. So, you know, I look forward to it. But anyway, yeah, so we have a lot coming up. Like I say, we have class number 4 on Sunday, all right, of the American God series. You dig? Shout out to everybody, all of my KTLians. Let us look at a commercial real quick and we will return.
People around. For real, for real. Stop with your broke ass. Stop bringing these people around to
So this is the part where we were talking about some of the people who, we were talking about what goes on in the industry with these executives, right, who are introducing these entertainers and these people of prestige and power, right, like the Diddy's and whatnot. They are coming across a group of individuals who are powerful, who are rich, who are connected, who are organized, and who control the entertainment industry, right? And a lot of them are being consumed in these cults and whatnot. So, what's being exposed in so many ways, especially if you do a lot of deep diving and you peel back the layers, is that these are cults. Okay. And these cults tie into Aleister Crowley's cults that he introduced because he was tapping in to entertainment, but he was dealing with the sex cults and he was dealing with taking control of the musicians and the artists and the people who could influence the youth, and then to push drugs and to push quote unquote this counterculture, right? Perversions, gonzo sex, all of that type of stuff, Typhonian energy, right? So this is Kenneth Grant. Bobby talks about him an extent, right? And you also hear Brother Panic dropping on him. So this is the tunnels of Set, right? And these are these quote unquote organizations or these fraternal orders, right? That a lot of the Weinsteins and Epsteins and them tapped in.
Long to something completely different. When somebody be like, how could this even be? How could they be into this stuff? Shit, you be surprised. You be surprised. You gotta do your research though. This goes all the way back. This shit is not coming out of it's not unfounded. We know where it's coming from. We know who they wrote the books. They got the books out. They got the research. You can find these people. Aleister Crowley. Okay, you can find these people. This is what they're following in Hollywood when they talk about sex, magic, orgies, and all of this crazy shit. Kenneth Grant, Bobby Hemmett talked a lot about his books and whatnot. Or the Panic. Okay, he came up with something called a Typhonian order. So the way that the Typhonian magic works, it works the Typhonian and Temple of Set, or what they call the tunnels of Set. Typhonian magic, it works opposite of what they would call yoni magic. Typhonian magic works opposite of that. They were the ones who introduced, really Aleister Crowley. He was the one who brought all type of counter culture sexual practices. That's a good way of saying it. I don't want to be grotesque and I don't want to be vile on this show. I met some wonderful elders this strong in, and I have to be mindful of being too brash in what I'm saying, because I sometimes I'll be want to go off. But let's just say that a lot of homosexual sex, it is part of what they call the Typhonian order. And it's a magic, it's a sex magic practice that was introduced through Crowley and them. Not to say that it did not exist before that, but a lot of the sodomy and the things that you're seeing and whatnot, the drinking of seminal fluids and whatnot,
Nah, I don't want to get in trouble by you too. I gotta chill. OTO sounds a lot like OVO. Woo! Hold on. Let me get my rhyme book out. That's gonna go into a sequence. But yeah, man, it's a lot that was been said. I don't want to play this on YouTube. It's on Patreon. I mean, it's on KTL University. That's the replay of class 3. If you want to get that information, that's behind. It's on class 3. Class 3, you will get that for free when you get class 4. So KTL University is where you can get your ticket. And we'll continue this conversation on Sunday. You can understand, what I mean by that, because they have all of these goddamn censors. So it is what it is. But there's some very, very deep conversations that we need to have. There's a lot going on. I mean, just overall, there's a ton of things going down in the world as we speak. Like it's interesting. But yeah, man. Yeah, they started cooking. But yeah, you know what it is. With that being said, I want to thank everybody for pulling up. Love and light to everyone. Y'all have a great strong end. If you are in the A, we are going to be at. Let me pull that up. Hold on. Let me share that for my family and Annabelle.
Peace, family. Peace to you and yours, brother Richfield, reporting live and direct. Brother Blue, reporting live and direct to you. Yes, indeed, family. We have a special announcement to make.
Red Pill and Blue Pill are joining the Divine Love Block Party May 25th in Decatur, Georgia. 4717 Covington Highway, Decatur, Georgia, 30035. We are going up. There's plenty of vendors there, plenty of great, wonderful, delicious food. Yes, and also we have herbal remedies for you. We're going to have classes. We're going to have teachings for the children. We got the bounce houses. We have horses out there. We're going to also have the belly dancer. Yes, she's coming out and also bringing a friend, a belly dance with her. We're going to have the drums. This is a very, 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 very lit party. See you at the Divine Love Block Party starting at 2 p.m. Decatur. I shook.
Peace, family. Peace to you and yours.
So yeah, that's tomorrow. That is tomorrow. If you were in Atlanta and you want to pull up, pull up. I'll have these Kendrick shirts for the people that want to get them and they're not in Atlanta. Let me take you to the website. This is where you can go and get your Kendrick drip. You dig? This is the mart125.com. The mart125.com. All right. And over here is when we have our Kendrick shirts. So yeah, pull up, go get your drip. Like I said, this is limited. It will not be here forever. We got the "Don't Rap Against Kendrick Ever" and the if sorry if you're reading it, it is too late font. This is one of the best sellers. People like that one, but this one right here, the Kendrick on the front, they love this. This one right here might be the top seller right here, but they also love Kung Fu Kenny. This one with the red circle, yeah, people is loving that. Matter of fact, we sold out of that one. We had to re-up on that because that one is lit. But yeah, this is the Mart 125th. No, not the 125th. The Mart one. Hold on. The Mart 125. Yes. And yeah, we might as well end it with some music and whatnot. You feel me? A little bit of that 48 Pillars of Power. And I want to say for everybody supporting that and streaming it and playing the album and getting the album, I want to say thank you to everybody that's tapping into the musical project because we put a lot into that. So with that being said, this is Infinity Stones featuring Red Pillar and Blue Pillar off of our latest musical project, The 48 Pillars of Power, available on Band Zoogle, spelt like Google, but it's Band Zoogle. And I also got to remind you, hold on, let me see, let me pull up the Band Zoogle. You can stream the album for free. You can listen to it. You're not obligated to buy it. If you want to own it, you could purchase it. It is only $11.11, right? You get an ebook with that. You get a lyric book with that, and yeah, and you get that album. So you coming up, you lit. Reminding the family that Monday in the West End, June 3rd, Monday. On June 3rd, we will be in the building, Melanin Mondays. We are going to be bringing you the Cat Williams effect, already confirmed as Red Pill and Blue Pill, already confirmed as Red Pill and Blue Pill. So please be in the building for this or be on a live stream for this because it's available high definition live, not a regular Zoom live stream. It's going to be a good camera, and we will be in the building live. We have spaces available for vendors, so holla at us. You dig? With that being said, yeah, man. Love and light. Peace. Before.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait. Put them in a Dutch and roll them up. We put them in a truck like Royal Dutch. Tesla coil clutch on a Tesla truck. Matte black finish like oil slush. Tyrial guts like royal flush. We get the royals crush and superiors touch. If ever my blood in the soil touch. God we trust. Go to Rosno Rust. Squads are rushing prematurely bust like Minutemen of Massachusetts. Back to the party, we blasting music. The hood of justice amassing nooses. Mansa Musa just passing through this. 40 karat gold, Massa Mooses. The last train at Auschwitz, we on Alaska boosters. The block is still sturdy, the Glock is still dirty. They shot it for 30 like Brock Purdy. They popping the perky, yeah, top 30. Million Lincolns just to free the slaves. The ships are sinking and it's still free to wave. Either way. Going to December. 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 Richfield. The new member of Bricks. Agenda was flipped. FIFA Vendetta. All of my vendors is rich. See more script in the blender.
Gotta pull that up, man. We gotta pull that up, man. Infinity Stones. That's how many flows we going through. Infinity Stones. Let's go. 48 Pillars of Power.
Yeah.
That's the website y'all can go to listen to the album.
Yeah. Wait. Put them in a Dutch and roll them up. We put them in a truck like Royal Dutch. Tesla coil clutch on a Tesla truck. Matte black finish like oil slush. Tyrial guts like royal flush. We get the royals crush and superiors touch. If ever my blood in the soil touch. God we trust. Go to Rosno Rust. Squads are rushing prematurely bust like Minutemen of Massachusetts. Back to the party, we blasting music. The hood of justice amassing nooses. Mansa Musa just passing through this. 40 karat gold, Massa Mooses. The last train at Auschwitz, we on Alaska boosters. The block is still sturdy, the Glock is still dirty. They shot it for 30 like Brock Purdy. They popping the perky, yeah, top 30. Million Lincolns just to free the slaves. The ships are sinking and it's still free to wave. Either way. Going to December. 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 Richfield. The new member of Bricks. Agenda was flipped. FIFA Vendetta. All of my vendors is rich. See more script in the blender is mixed. More of the story. Remember your gifts. FIFA Vendetta. Blood came through in the blood moon. Dismember the Crips. Members is sending the whip. Extended the clip. Dismember the blick. Remember the Titan. Coach Boone said to remember the Sith. The Scorpion King. Blood moons on November the 5th. FIFA Vendetta. Know y'all remember the flick. Know y'all remember the flick. Suburbans is swerving. Q45. Infinity roam through my entity zone. Yeah. These niggas taking in they buns like Kimberly Jones. Waving these guns at our enemies' dome. Max out my bid, now they sending me home. Glass on my wrist packed with plenty of stones. They jacking my fist, and plenty of clones who pretend to be friends of me, frenemies. In parentheses, who tend to be convincing me that energy is chemistry. Whatever's meant to be is meant to be. Reality presents to me instantly the entities. For your lenses, for your sensory perception. They got a history of deception. Couple centuries under repressions. I'm the diamond deformed under all that compression. I'm Paul in the Western, the one in the Eastern is running the key firm. I got strong genes, they a weak germ, they need CERN. I open portals when I release sperm. People sort to venerate the feds cause they generate the bread. Dark man, that's my whole generation dead. We tapped in the quantum realms. That's what the simulation said. They disseminating imitation meds. Placebo effect, they disseminating imitation reds. I was on the road to the riches. Right off the interstate we sped. You niggas haven't been in date with feds. And Smith and Walensky. Like we're Cypher and Agent Smith B. They sold us out for steak and chips. And a trip in the Bentley. And to be assed out like Pasa Pasa. And you're making chips is dripping in Fenty. Yeah, these slutty vegans, they be on impossible. Bacon, bitch,
you niggas faking shit. Y'all was never really plugged in, y'all on some Quaker shit. Woke niggas, y'all was never really on the waking shit. Ain't no shook hands in Brooklyn, y'all ain't shaking shit. Brace a bitch, my braces got chips from both for glacier drips. Run my VVS's through the Jamaica glitch. Men lie, women lie, this ain't in its nature, bitch. Yeah, they banned us from TV same year that y'all niggas heard nature spit. Iced out anchors from out of Anchorage. Yeah, it is what it is, that's that Cameron and Mason shit. Yeah, man shooting, Panthers in the Carolines like the Cam Newton. A cancer to this paradigm. We all in, undisputed. I'm one of the ones that the ones recruited. Like Steven and Shannon, we heaving these hammers. Bella and the Bulldogs, we squeezing these cannons. 100 shooters like Mark Jackson and the Mark Buchanan. At first take, we leaving you stranded. On second thought, we leaving you bandaged.